Is it Yoga Nidra or tangible milestones to progress?
Oh my gosh, you're absolutely right. Tangible milestones. And then after lunch, Yoga Nidra.
Yeah.
I need some Yoga Nidra.
Life is important for us. If life is important, then we should not get stagnated in what we think, what we feel, and what we do. Every one of us, we have infinite capacities, potentialities. We need to know as how to bring them out, make them manifest. That should be our goal. If that should be our goal, then what practice can we accept practice in our everyday life? As all of us know, in the external world, we get what is called formation, education, or call it by any name. Every form of education, formation, it is limited to certain areas of individual. Now, from where can we get the total formation for our life? Well, external formation may make you prosperous, but with that prosperity, how much are you satisfied? How long you will be satisfied? So that is the reflection that you have to reflect. Well then, if those aspects do not bring self-satisfaction, then we need to know as how to bring self-satisfaction. If we don't get satisfied in our lives, in our way of being, then we need to know as how to change it, transform our way of life. What method can we apply? Here comes what is called spiritual practices for our guidance. When we say spiritual, don't connect it to religion. Religion is something, spirituality is different. In religion, there are doctrines, dogmas, and all kinds of rules, regulations, and all that. They may be acceptable, they may be helpful, it depends upon the individual acceptance and practice. Whereas in spirituality, as I said, one is totally free. One accepts whatever is to be accepted with full heart. When one starts accepting with full heart, that becomes intensified, and that intensified heart becomes what is called yearning, wanting something more and more, something real. So we have to come to this state of yearning. Well, you may say this yearning is there in our everyday life also, but then that yearning is oriented towards only certain aspects of life. Certain aspects do not bring us fulfillment. What in reality we are searching is the total fulfillment. Otherwise, you may be quite prosperous in the material world, but then there you are not happy. I can tell you a story. There was a doctor, well-known doctor. He used to earn a lot of money. His love for money became so strong, and he used to not only deposit the money in the bank, also he used to keep money in his room. Everywhere he used to hide the money. The obsession for money became so strong, he would not allow his wife also to enter the room. And this, what is called this kind of mania or attitude became intense. He started keeping a pistol under his pillow. Imagine the state of the person. And ultimately he died with all the money left for others. Where is the fulfillment? He did not find any fulfillment from his near ones and dear ones, nor with the money that he accumulated. With that non-satisfaction, just he had to go away. What is life? So, here the total satisfaction comes from what is called spiritual practices. Don't be afraid when I say practices. It doesn't become oppressive, demanding. It becomes spontaneous. As I said, it opens up the heart. In reality, what is called the awakening of the heart. Shall I tell you another story?
Yes.
There was a man very much attached to his wife, never get separated from her. But then one day, he had to go far off region on his business or whatever it is for some days. Though he did not want to be separated from his wife, he was obliged. He went, tried to finish his work as early as possible. Perhaps he had finished his work before time. He came back home. When he came back home, wife was not there. Can imagine the feelings. He asked the neighbors. Neighbors said, your wife has gone to her parents' home. It was late at night and it was raining. It was flooded. But he did not mind. He wanted to go to his wife. He came up, he had to cross the river to go to his wife's place or the parents' house. He would not find any boat, but the heart was so intense to join his wife. So in the dark he found something floating. With the help of that, he crossed the river. It was midnight. All the doors were closed. Now how to go to the chamber of his wife? He knew where his wife used to sleep. So he wanted to enter the room through the window. How to enter the room through the window? He saw something hanging beside the window, and with the help of it, he climbed up to the window, entered the chamber of his wife. Wife was awakened. She asked him, "How is it you have come at this night, at this hour?" He said, "Yes, I finished my job early. I wanted to come to you. So, without caring for anything else, I managed myself to come. All right, sleep. We will talk tomorrow." So, went to sleep. Next day morning after breakfast, he took a walk around the house. "How is it you have come with me in the dead of night in this heavy rain and flooded river? How did you cross the river?" Then the man took her to the spot where he crossed the river. He said something was floating, with the help of that I crossed. When he came to the spot, they saw a dead body. With the help of the dead body, he had crossed the river. Then how did you climb to my room? They came to the window side. There was a serpent, a snake. With the help of the snake, he had climbed. The serpent was dead because of the pull. I said, "I'm very happy that you love me so much. But then, had you given this love to God, you would have become a transformed personality by now." My love for God, a kind of awakening comes in his heart. Immediately he prostrated before his wife, saying that, "You are my Guru. I dedicate my life for realizing what is true." So here is an indication, an awakening has to come to our heart. So however much we may love our dear ones and dear ones, perfectly right. We need to love, we need to care for everyone, everything. But then that love should not be conditioned. When the love is conditioned, it becomes contracted. And that contraction leads to various other problems of life. So the indication is that you have to awaken your heart. When the heart is awakened, your love becomes spontaneous. Then how this love can lead us further? Now, when this love becomes intense, whatever you do, in whatever way you speak or express yourself to others, it becomes full of peace and harmony. One is not able to utter words with anxiety, fear, or resentment, or frustration, and all that. Resentment, frustration, anxiety, fear are totally absent from this state of being, state of pure love. Because when one expresses itself, that love, there is no fear, nothing to fear. Can I give you another story, example? You know, the Holy Mother. He was traveling from her village, Jayaramati, to Calcutta. she had to cross the forest. She was traveling along with her companions or friends who were teachers. She was walking and they had to cross the forest. There was a robber in that forest. It's a real story. Now, it was dusk, rather dark. The companion said, "Oh, we are afraid of the robbers here, we must walk fast." Mother said, "You go ahead. I can't walk that fast. I can come of my own." So the companions left her, they went away. She was left alone, it was dark, the robber appeared before her. "Who are you?" You can imagine when a demonic character is there before you, you start trembling. But she was not at all affected by this kind of roaring and all that. What was the reply she gave? "Father, I am your daughter Sharda." Why did she utter the word father? She generated paternal love in the other. This love, waves of love, made the paternal love expressive in the other person. Then the intensity of that, what's called demonic nature, comes down. But then why are you here at this time? Yes, I am on my way to Dakshineshwar, where your son-in-law lives. See, another love she expressed to the other person. So you see how slowly she intensified that love in the person. In the meantime, the wife of the bandit also came. Immediately, Sharda Devi went to her mother and she addressed her as mother. This maternal love is stimulated. Now, when this love is stimulated, intensified, what is called demonic nature is totally destroyed. Now the feeling comes, she is my daughter. How can you harm your daughter? You have to take care of her. They took her to their home, fed her, looked after her as their own daughter. It's not a real story, real event. And the next day, my daughter, we shall accompany you to your friends or companions. I leave you with them. Mother said, "No, I can go out of my own." No, we must come with you. See how parental love becomes expressive. So actually they took her to up to the companions, left her with them, seeing that she is safe. Mother told the man, "Your son-in-law lives in Dakshineshwar, you must visit him." Actually, they seem to have visited Sri Ramakrishna. Imagine the blessings one can receive by such love. Is it not the spiritual love? So, that's why I say what is called in the spiritual domain, what is important is the heart, awakening of the heart. With it, no harm is created to oneself was to anyone else. One is able to be very spontaneous with everyone, everywhere. Then you may question what will happen to our work activities, work field, there also. Nothing to be afraid, you are safe. Because there is, you show your sincerity because of that love. That love becomes the sincerity. Whatever you do, it is the sincerity that becomes activated. Who can deny the sincerity? Who can oppose such an activity which is done with sincerity? So that is how the spirituality is a force that helps everyone, everywhere, in all areas. Perfectly right. Are we to stop there? No. We need to go forward. That is why the Vedantic scripture, science of life, according to Vedanta, tells us, no, we have to go forward. Most of you might be knowing the verse from the Katha Upanishad, Uttishtata, arise, Jagrata, be aware, Pratyavaran Nibodhata, don't stop until your goal is reached. Now here, we have awakened ourselves to our heart. There may be forces which may affect our heart, means love. There we must be very careful not to be affected by the temporary forces or material forces or whatever it is. The heart must open up itself to the largest extent possible. Let us say it should become infinity itself, like the great personalities. Take for example the Holy Mother herself. There also is an incident. A thief, let us not address the thief belonging to a certain religious category or whatever it is. It's not important for us, it's not needed for us. Now that thief used to come to Holy Mother. The members of the family started saying, he's a thief, why are you entertaining him? She said, he is also my son. See, maternal love is such, it does not see any distinction. It does not classify anything. And, well, this particular activity of thieving, is it eliminated by that love? In a way, yes. Because of the past experience or past habit, one continues. But then that love that is shown is never destroyed. Slowly the person becomes transformed. I have someone on whom I can depend upon. Here is Mother. Total confidence. In the same way, to go forward, we need to have a support. Support which gives that motherly love or spontaneous love. That is why in the spiritual field, we may accept certain personal ideals as mother or father. In the religious field, you have what is called paternity dominated practices. Now, who promotes the religion dominated by maternity, motherliness? Now, here you find the combination of both. We need both. We need the protection of the father, we need the protection of mother. So the harmony of that force is this saving force that helps us to be constructive. So that force you find here harmonized. And that force is dynamic force. Look at Vivekananda. Was he not dynamic? Had he not had the love of the mother? Had he had not the love of the father? Ramakrishna guided him in every step of life. Whereas mother poured all her love on him, well on him. I'll tell you another little story. Swami Vivekananda, he was wandering on the Himalayas or somewhere. He came up upon a Sufi. Sufi had a disciple. Somehow this disciple got attracted to Swami Vivekananda, but his guru, Sufi's guru, he did not like it. So Swami Vivekananda was poisoned by this guru through a cucumber, and Swami had dysentery all the time. Though he consumed all type of medicines, nothing worked. Ultimately, he came to Holy Mother. Swami Vivekananda, he's a rebellion. Rebellion in a right sense. Ramakrishna was also a rebellion in right sense. Well, we'll go to that detail little some other time. Now, he came up to Holy Mother, told her, you see, I have been poisoned. Your Ramakrishna has not saved me. What was the reply? Yes, my child, the nature is like that. We have to allow the nature to work. Leave the nature to work. Ramakrishna is not there to go against the nature. The nature is the expression of infinity. So why do you go against it? You have to learn to be with it. How to be with it? Now here poison means all the negativities of the world, of our life. Why should we give importance to the negativity? It is natural. It is born with us. But then you have the power and force, potentialities to change it. Can't you change it? Yeah. That is why Vivekananda was, very much impressed by Holy Mother's assurance and strength that was given. Sister Nivedita, she took her to Holy Mother. Before going to Holy Mother, she used to take baths several times in the Ganges, purifying. What purification is needed? Before going to her, he must have that pure attitude, pure love. Unless you get into that flow of pure love, you can't get into the heart. Well, with that pure love, he took Sister Nivedita to her. And how Sister Nivedita was received? As her own child. So you can very well see how the heart is an important aspect in spiritual life or in our everyday life. So when the heart is awakened, it leads us to the right way of life. It leads us to the right goal of our life. That fulfills our whole being. When the love starts expressing, you can't imagine the satisfaction, joy that gives us in our life. I purposely did not go to the philosophical aspect of spiritual practices, because the philosophical system is one thing, the practical system is another thing. And I wanted to put before you the practical system only. So that is why, according to practical system, the heart is an important center, important force for our life to be progressive. I stop here. I think I have already taken a lot of time.
Questions and answers.
Is it important to think about death every day?
Think about
Death.
death. No. You are immortal. Death of what?
The body.
Body. Your soul. For your soul there is no death. See, that is what we practiced in our meditation. We visualize the nectar, immortality. That is the force of life. That force of life is eternal. Where is death for such soul? The body is only an instrument. The instrument may become useless, purposeless. Why give importance to it? So why not concentrate on the self, on the life force? That is it is the source of joy, it is the source of satisfaction.
I think what I read was that it reminds you that don't get attached to everything, because one day your body is going to. From that perspective.
It is the mind that gets attached. That is why there is a very beautiful picture in the Katha Upanishad. Shariram Rathamevato. This body is like a chariot, like your car. Now, to move the car, you need a conscious being. What is that conscious being? That is pure buddhi. Buddhim tu sarathim vidhi. The driver is the intelligence, pure intelligence. And who is the person who travels? It's the individual self. Can individual self go forward without the help of the driver? So that is why, if you have seen the picture, Arjuna looks up to Krishna. So the buddhi has to drive us. Now, what is buddhi? Where is buddhi? Intelligence. It is infinite. without it, chariot is an useless material. Without the buddhi, sense organs cannot function. So should we give importance to the sense organs, mind, or let us say ego. Ego goes on changing. Ego says, oh, it is my body. Tomorrow it may say, no, your body is sick. Who makes it sick? Again, that it is ego. Or your ego may say, oh, my body is very beautiful. Again, that it is ego. So it goes on changing. Should we give importance to the changes, or should we give importance which is eternal, perfect, which brings us inner joy? So if you say that it's inner joy, inner satisfaction that is important, then we need to know where is the source of that joy. Is it not the self? So, if you become centered in self, immersed in self, whether the body is there or not, they're not worried at all. There is no fear.
How to practice patience in one's daily life?
Yes. We have inner agitations. Agitations confuse us. Perhaps we are afraid of inner agitations, of everything. So here, the best way of mastering oneself is to get into spiritual force. You may question what is that spiritual force, how, and how to apply it. So for example, repeating the mantras, automatically it appeases, because the vibration is the positive energy. And through meditation, why meditation? On what to meditate? On the larger self, infinite self. So these are some of the methods to bring down the negative forces from our personality.
Swamiji, I am able to intellectually connect consciousness, energy with luminosity, intelligence, knowledge, but I'm not able to connect that with love, being an emotion. Where am I going wrong?
Yes. Intellectual understanding is one thing. Experiencing it is another. Now, how can we make in our life expressive, bring us the direct experience? For example, let us take the energy, the psychophysical energy. Now, this psychophysical energy is made intensive. How? You may say through food. The vitamins, you may say whatever it is assimilated, becomes the essence, becomes the energy. psychophysical energy. That is how we explain. Perfectly right. Now, let us question from where this food energy comes. What is the source? You may say, yes, for growing our food, we need space, we need the heat element, sun, we need air, we need earth, need water. 5 elements, it's eternal, infinity. So infinity expressing itself as your food energy. Well, then you may say, yes, that energy undergoes several changes. We may say, I'm tired. Why am I tired? Inside us, there are frustrations, there are emotions, there are resentments, there is fear. It is continual. All the time, they try to draw this energy. You say, I am suppressing. Suppression means it's contraction. What happens is that cells die because of what is called because when you contract, the flow of energy is not fluent, and energy does not flow to generate new cells. So old cells are gone. You have to survive yourself with the cells that are existing. New cells are not generated, and you feel tired. You say, yes, when I sleep, it is refreshing. Yes, in sleep also, how do you know? Many of these feelings are eliminated. In unconscious, they are there. Only they send to that state of inertia for particular time of your life. The next morning they come up. Again they drop your energy. You become tired. So whereas, if you are able to connect yourself with that infinite energy, as we practiced in our meditation, that helps you to generate new cells and become energetic. And that's one aspect. And luminosity, when there is inner harmony, your aura is expressive. You are able to feel it. You are able to know it. You may question how. For example, when you see a face, if there are no wrinkles, if you find everything peaceful, the personality expresses that aura, that peaceful auras. You feel attracted to it. That is luminosity. Then along with that, the beauty. So when you communicate with the person, you feel here is a person with whom I can communicate, exchange my intellectual understanding. So that is intelligence. And also one is able to exchange the knowledge or experience. So that is how it gives us the self-satisfaction, joy of life. So these are some of the signs of our life. That's why I say spirituality is the panacea for all evils or illness.
So now we will break for lunch. We will go out and chant our Brahmarpanam, and you have an hour to rest and reflect, and then we will meet back here at 1:30.